Hi, it's Jackie here. Today is Monday. Mondays are usually bad for me. The weekend I feel so empowered, so clear my vision. It's so clear. But then on Monday, when I actually have to do the things that I plan on doing is when I go, this is me detoxing, overcoming my addiction to comfort. You're looking at an addict right now in recovery from that addiction to comfort. Please, if you are like me, just tell me because you have no idea how much I spiral thinking about whether or not my message is meaningful, my message has value. I know that most of us want to feel like what we do has purpose, like we are in our purpose. We want to do meaningful work. And I remember in a mushroom trip that I had, I lost completely the notion of meaning. I completely lost it. I was holding my baby and not even understanding why would I ever want to have a baby. Like I didn't understand why I did any of the things that I did. Why would anybody do anything that's hard? That's work. That requires something out of you. I didn't understand. And then I remember at that time my ex-husband was there and he told me, well, when nothing matters, all that matters is what you do. And I thought that was so deep, but I didn't understand why. So I'm like, you know what, leave so I can think about it. And after I thought about it, I totally understood that the only thing that has meaning is what we choose to do based on what feels aligned to us. And where does alignment come from? Well, I don't know. It has been in my rabbit holes. I guess what resonates with me is what people say that we come in with already some sort of soul. Our soul has already chosen. What is our truth, what we want to do. Like that is what resonates with me, because also what resonates with me is when people say you are remembering who you are in this journey on earth. You are remembering who you are, and your mind is just catching up with who you are. And so when we try to do things from our mind instead of from our heart is when we get into trouble, because then we get into situations that are not in alignment because we didn't spend the time to do this first. Find what's meaningful to us, and what's meaningful to us apparently, or it feels like it's what it is. That makes more sense. Is that we have some sort of signature in our soul that says I came here to experience this. And so along the way, we go towards things that feel good, that brings us closer to our truth. But if we turn off that internal guidance, like we do when we are children, because I also have noticed that we have two core needs: physical needs, and we have authenticity needs. Physical being our security, our shelter, our food, our physical needs. Then, which are the ones that our parents meet, and then they throw them in our face, like, I gave you a roof, I fed you, I put clothes on your back. Whenever we have anything to say about how they didn't meet our authenticity needs. And so when we're children, in favor of our survival, we completely turn off our internal guidance, and we tell ourselves what should we be, what we should be, and what we shouldn't be, because it's unacceptable. And so as adults, we have to relearn how to meet our authenticity needs. And I think this is where I came in, because this is what I want to teach people. Okay? This is what I want to help people with, because we are so scared. I am so scared of returning to what really gives meaning to my life, which is to inspire and to help people realize that they get to enjoy life, not just survive, but also enjoy it. So that is my purpose. It feels like it's my purpose. So what I want is to make videos that transmit truth, I want a community that grows because people feel changed, not sold. I was For the longest time I was debating with whether I was a spiritual guide, a coach, because sometimes I tell people what to do, but sometimes I I hold space for them to find out. I ask questions. I pry for them to find out what is real to them. That is what I prefer to do, because I honestly think that we are all capable of finding what is true for us, and it's not going to be the same. So I want opportunities that flow from resonance, not because I'm chasing them. And I want clients that choose me because I already stirred something inside them. That is what I want. But, and here's the payment, the requirements, what I have to give up, what I have to do. I have to be so much in my trust. I have to deeply trust this. I have to be in my knowing. My faith needs to be unshakable. And that is a practice in and of itself, which is what I'm practicing now. Because, like I said, I feel like that a lot of days. Like, seriously, why was I even doubting myself? Like, I even like go, why do I even think that way sometimes? Like, I don't even understand this version of me when that one that gets into doubt. I don't know. So that deep trust is what I am working on. Then consistency with no instant gratification. Yeah, like many of us, I want things fast. Yeah, I want things fast. Like I know a lot of you do too. We get so impatient. And so the payment for me is to also learn patience and trusting. And also, I mean, consistency it's in there too. Like I also need to put in the work. I need to show up and I need to consistently do work that has no reward, because nobody is listening right now. But if you are, by the way, you should subscribe to see how long it takes for this to take off. Maybe that would inspire you to start your own. Because doesn't it happen to you that I have come across people that have very little followers in their community, but then I don't know, a few months later, then they grew exponentially, and I missed it. I missed it because that is something that I want, and if that's something that you want, you should follow for that reason, if nothing else. Okay, saying no to fast formulas and saying yes to deep embodiment. Okay, fast formulas. I also, okay, this is one of the things that causes the most anxiety, that I have to like stay away from, turn off. I get so many coaches that come up as soon as I open any form of social media. Coaches are popping up everywhere about the next best funnel. Like, you don't need a following, all you need is my funnel. And I have listened to many of them. So yeah, like I was saying, I've listened to a lot of them, and most of them give me anxiety because they charge so much money. It's like they charge thousands of dollars for their funnel, for their offer, and they even encourage you to put it on a credit card because you need to call in money, and maybe it's a me thing, but that feels predatory. Most of us have very transformative moments. We finally see with clarity, but then as soon as we go back into our regular life, then that vision starts getting all contaminated by pressure and by external pressure, essentially conditioning. And so we need to reinforce it, and that's why some people have like programs that last months, because it's not a one-time thing. I don't want to do it alone myself. So if you are going through the same kind of process in which you have to embrace discomfort for something that you want, you don't have to be going through the exact same journey, but you understand the sacrifices that need to be made, and you need to sacrifice your old self, your old comfortable self, in order to level up, into something better. So yeah, if you are going through that, welcome, welcome. My offering at this time is me documenting my becoming. So that's why I'm here, because it is silly, especially when you are at the beginning of the transformation. You are gonna need to work out in order to gain that muscle, right? You're gonna need to work out in order to quantum leap to the new reality that you want. It's a workout. So I'm here working out with you. I think that's all I want to say for right now. I don't want to make the video too long. Okay. I hope that you subscribe and you follow the journey, and that if you relate, that it helps you to know that you are not alone. You are more normal than you think, even though it doesn't feel like it, because we are so volatile, emotionally unstable. But it's important to recognize that. No, it's okay. Recognize it, accept it, love it anyway. And it doesn't need to persist that way. It will go away, it will transmute. So let's do that. I hope you enjoy watching me do that. I will see you on the next video. Until then, I hope you can trust in your own ability to decide what's best for you.